Hey there, future fellow weird ass black sheep. Welcome to the most offensive church this side of the universe, the party pin. Yay! We're throwing a fucking party. Yeah, good time. Haha. Yeah. And what we are doing here in this most amazing place, we read this great ass book. It's called God Said What? Because he did not fucking say that. This is God's unofficial biography, Das Bible, as read by yours truly, your Superstone Sage, the Saint of Awesome, Saint Nikki K the Great. Clap for me, I clap for you. I don't clap very good. I clap like a happy seal. It's good time. Yeah. So, come on in. What we have is some cigarettes and we have some cannabis. We have coffee. Come find your chair with your name on it and have a good time. And while you are doing that, I am going to fly us around this universe and show you what it looks like. So, come on.
Hey, future fellow weirdo, you're the black sheep of the flock. Come and take a load off. Let's have a little talk. This side of the universe, the wildest place you've been. Welcome to the service at the party pen. Have a good time, laugh and giggle.
Come on in and smile just a little.
We're reading God's unofficial bio today.
The Bible lady's gonna
Lead the way. I got the coffee and the smokes, I got the herb and the chair. Got a seat with your name on it, waiting right there. Searching for the mystery, a better mind to find. Leave that stuffy, judgy world way back behind. We're the outcasts and the rebels, we're the ones that don't fit in. But there's a holy kind of magic in the middle of the sin.
Yeah, the mystery is deep and the coffee's brewing strong in the most offensive church where we all belong. Have a good time,
Laugh and giggle.
come on in and smile just a little.
We're reading God's unofficial bio today.
The Bible lady's gonna
Lead the way. The mystery of God, what a beautiful find.
a better understanding for a
Black sheep's mind.
Hey there. Sorry, I thought I turned this on already, so welcome. Sorry, Jack took your chair. But, oh, Maynard's in the other one. Well, there's floor space probably. I'm in the middle of packing. Anyway, well, I'm packing and also getting ready to go with my dad to take my daughter on her graduation trip to Tennessee, to Dollarwood. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Anyway, we are redoing yesterday because A, I had no fucking idea what it meant, and B, I had no fucking idea what it meant. So, I am hoping people show up this evening. So, I'm going to share my screen. Oh, wait, hold on. I can't do that. I have to do this. Yeah, this. And then I have to put this over here. Hey, Kristen, wait 1 second. I want to tell you I love you, but I gotta share my screen because I'm gonna need your help today because I need to figure out what things mean. And also, you never texted me back when you woke up yesterday. I was starting to think you hated me. What am I doing? Oh, this is what I'm doing. Yeah. We'll do this. Yeah. Okay. I can do this. I can do this like this. Okay. And then we need to go over here and do this. And share that right there. Rounded, large, custom. We're starting at the top. Background has to be, yeah, it has to be dark. Okay. Alright. So now back to this. And I'm gonna start reading the chats out loud so other people know who the fuck I'm talking to. I just have personal, don't want to talk about it here. Yeah, me neither. Because that shit ruined wrestling the other day. No offense. But it ruined wrestling. Not saying you ruined wrestling. I'm saying all of that wrong. But it made wrestling not fun. And we can't do that to the Bible stories. But you can always text me. You can always text me. Can't promise I'll get to it right away, but I promise you can text me. Although Dustin put the kibosh on giving my phone number to people, so you're the last one that gets it. But really, Black Yoda ruined that for everybody because, well, actually, that was before I gave you my phone number. But I gave it to a cat called Black Yoda. And then he was cussing at God, and Dustin thought he was talking to me. It was a whole thing. But then I gave you my number, and Dustin was like, stop fucking doing that. Yeah, it was a thing. that happened. But do you want to listen to this story and help me figure out what it's saying? Take your mind off all that other silly shit and help me figure out what this means. Because I read it yesterday and I didn't quite get it. Like, I get the first part of it where he's talking to his wife. But then when he starts talking to his friends, I don't know what the fuck they're saying. So, do you want to help me try to figure it out? All right. Well, I'm going to read it. And then maybe other people show up. Maybe before it's too late. Raja might be here. I don't think Meek and Dangerous is coming. Although I don't know why Meek and Dangerous wouldn't come. Man, but I got so far yesterday. Son of a biscuit. But we're gonna reread it so I know what the fuck it's saying. And then I might have to actually ask Mr. Bill Donahue what it means. And see if he'll come on. Although he doesn't believe like I do. But he believes like he do, but he loves the history and all that crap. I don't really care about all that. I don't think it matters. But he spent his life doing history things, so. Damn, why isn't this working? Okay. Nothing. No wood. Ooh. Man, I'm trying to wait. But Raja might not come. Look. And I'll start reading. I'll get halfway through. And then somebody will show up. When I get halfway through. Because that's what always happens. Alright, well, let's get to reading them. Okay. There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job. And that man was blameless and upright, one who feared God and shunned evil. And 7 sons and 3 daughters were born to him. Also, his possessions were a fucking whole lot. And he had a very large household. So that this man was the greatest of all the people of the East. And his sons would go and feast in their houses, each one on his appointed day. and would send and invite their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. So it was in the days when the days of feasting had run their course that Job would send and sanctify them, and would rise early in the morning and offer burnt offerings according to the number of them all. Because Job was like, man, they might have fucked around and I don't want them to find out. Okay. Now, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came among them. And God was like, hi, it's me, God, and God voice. Yeah. Imagine I have God voice, because my God voice is broken. But Satan, what the heck are you doing here, bro? And Satan's like, can I come say hi? And God's like, no. Because, like, you're a runaway and shit. Like, what are you doing here? You need to go. And Satan was like, no. I've already been down there and everybody hates you. And God was like, nobody hates me. And Satan's like, yeah, a bunch of people hate you. Yeah. And I bet you if I fucked with your little pet Job over there, he would hate you too. And God's like, no, he won't. And Satan's like, yes, he will. And God's like, you want to bet? And Satan's like, fuck yeah, I want to bet. I bet that he will hate you. And God's like, okay, you can do everything but kill him, but he's not going to hate me. Because you know I'm God and I know the future and stuff, but like if you want to do this. And then Satan's like, well, you really don't know the future because he's going to hate you. And hey, cousin. And just like the Mad Preacher said, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Bible Lady. Don't forget to hit the red pill and the follow also. And God's like, yeah, do whatever you want, just don't kill him. Because he's not going to hate me. Now, there was a day when his sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in the oldest house. And the messenger came to Job and said, all the animals were feeding when the Sabians raided and took them away. Indeed, they have killed the servants with the edge of the sword, and I alone have escaped to you. Okay? And while he was still speaking, another came and said, the fire of God fell from heaven and burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them. I alone have escaped to tell you. And while he was still speaking, another came and said, the Chaldeans, they've raided and they took all the animals away and killed the servants, but I have escaped to tell you. And while he was still speaking, another came and said, yeah, your kids got it also, but I have escaped to tell you. Then Job arose, got naked, shaved his head, did the face thing and said, naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will return. The Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. And then God's like, point, bitch. Okay. So that's the end of chapter 1. What do you guys think? Nothing. Okay. Well, I'm going to light this joint. I wonder where Robert Trucker's been. Trucker hasn't been around in a hot second. And maybe it was that time he asked me if I could read the Bible without smoking pot. Oh, smoking dope. And I said no. And he hasn't come back since then. And I wonder if, look, because he asked me why I wore this wig one time. And I said, the fuck does it matter? I wear it because it's sexy. Something you think that he would quit watching after that. Because I was like, the fuck you mean? And then, like, he came back. And then I answered him nicely. I told him the Violent J thing. But then, like, he's like, read the Bible without smoking dope. And I told him no. Because I love smoking weed. And I love the Bible on weed, man. Do you remember in How High when Jon Stewart was like, have you ever tried something on weed? Have you ever tried reading the Bible on weed? Because it's fucking awesome. Okay, so here we go. God's like, point, bitch, day 1. So here's the next one. There was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came along with them. And God was like, what do you want? What do you want? What can I help you with? Because you don't want to be here, but you show up, and I don't understand what you mean. Yeah, the Bible on weed is something else, man. It's the coolest shit ever. And God right now is telling Satan the fuck you want. And Satan's like, nothing. I just wanted to see how you were. Can't I see how you were? And God's like, no. You can go back to hell. And Satan's like, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Okay? Because everybody still hates you, and this is why everybody hates you. Because you're stiff-necked and stuff. Like words. You know? And God's like, what do you want? And Satan's like, I want to make this guy hate you because I'm bothered by him. And God's like, what? And Satan's like, I want to hurt this guy because he irks my nerves. And God's like, just don't kill him. And Satan's like, I'm going to make him hate you. And God's like, he's not going to hate me, dude. I don't really even know why this matters to you, but whatever. Okay. So Satan went out from the presence of God and struck Job with painful boils from the sole of his foot to the crown of his head. And he took for himself a potsherd, although I don't know what that is, with which to scrape himself, while he sat in the midst of ashes. Then his wife said, okay, listen. Do you still hold fast to your integrity? Like, why? Okay. Why don't you just curse God and die? Because apparently that's a thing that people do. And he was like, the fuck is you talking to? What did you just say? Literally, what? What did you just say? You just said curse God and die. How would you even know that I was supposed to curse God? You're a damn devil, lady. Why did I marry you? How old are you? What is happening? I don't even know. Now, when Job's 3 friends heard of all his adversity that had come upon him, each one came from his own place. There's Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar. They had made an appointment together to come and mourn with him and comfort him. And when they had raised their eyes from afar, they did not recognize him. They lifted their voices and wept, and each one got naked and sprinkled dust on his head toward heaven. So they sat down with him on the ground 7 days and 7 nights, and no one spoke a word to him, for they saw that his grief was very great. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, that's the end of chapter 2. What do you think about what he said to his wife? And what his wife even said to him? Like, curse God and die. Like, how the fuck would you know that? Shut up. Why are you talking? It's one of those things. Like, one of those. Why are you talking things? Nothing, no one. Listen, people, communicate with me. I want to roll this joint and talk to people. Where's Raja? Man, maybe I just don't stream late enough or something. Job's faithful servant to the Lord. Yeah. But God has to have a lot of faith in Job. So that means God does have faith in people. God does have faith in people. You just got to have faith in God, and He'd have faith in you. That is a good. I can't read that. That is. Yeah. I did that earlier. Okay. All right. So, let's read chapter 3. Okay. This is where I need people to pay attention. Mad preacher, pay attention. Because I'm going to need help understanding what this might be saying. I'm going to read the whole thing. And then you respond with what you think it means. Oh, never mind. No, it's the next one. It's chapter 4. Okay. After this, Job opened his mouth and cursed the day of his birth, which I think is Friday the 13th. Because listen to what he says. And I'm like, oh, he's totally talking about Friday the 13th. May the day perish on which I was born, and the night in which it was said, a my child is conceived. May the day be darkness. May God above not seek it, nor the light shine upon it. May darkness and the shadow of death claim it. May a cloud settle on it. May the blackness of the day terrify it. As for that night, may darkness seize it. That's Friday the 13th. May it not rejoice among the days of the year. May it not come in to the number of the months. Oh, may that night be barren. May no joyful shout come into it. May those curse it who curse the day, Friday the 13th. Those who are ready to arouse the Leviathan. May the stars of its morning be dark. May it look for light, but there be none, and not see it in the dawning of the day, because it did not shut up the doors of my mother's womb, nor hide sorrow from my eyes. Why did I not die at birth? Because you weren't vaccinated and there was no SIDS. Why did I not perish when I came from the womb? Because God wanted to torture you with Satan. It'll be fine. God has faith in you, my friend. Why did the knees receive me, or the breast that I should nurse? For now I would have lain still and been quiet. I would have been asleep. Then I would have been at rest with kings and counselors of the earth. Who build ruins for themselves, or with princes who had gold, who fulfilled their houses with silver. Or why was I not hidden like a stillborn child, or like infants who never saw light? Oh God, you're so dramatic. Shut up. There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary are at rest. There the prisoners rest together. They do not hear the voice of the oppressor. The small and great are there, and the servant is free from his master. Why is light given to him who is in misery? Because you suck. And life to the bitter of soul, because they also suck. They pickle their souls and make themselves stay alive that long, because pickle is a preservative. And give life to the bitter of soul who long for death, but it does not come, because they preserve their soul by pickling it with hatred. The search for it more than hidden treasures, who rejoice exceedingly and are glad when they find the grave. That's because they found something to be happy about. Why is light given to a man whose way is hidden and whom God has hedged in? For my sighing comes before I eat, and my groanings pour out like water. For the thing I greatly feared has come upon me, and what I dread has happened to me. I am not at ease, nor am I quiet. I have no rest, for trouble comes. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, that's so melodramatic, ain't it? So dramatic. Like, so totally dramatic. Yep. Okay. So he's being a bit dramatic there. But here is the part that he questioned the word and cursed himself, but didn't curse God. Yep. He cursed Friday the 13th. I'm telling that day, that's how everybody feels about that day. So it must have been the day he was born on, Friday the 13th. Yep. But this part right here, this is where his friend comes in. Okay? And I'm not exactly sure, but I think this is a reply to all that melodramatic bullshit. Okay? So then this guy is going to say this. I'm going to read it. It's only 21 verses long. Okay. So Job is saying all this melodramatic bullshit. And then his friend Eliphaz answered him and said, if one attempts a word with you, will you become weary? So if I talk to you, are you just going to get mad? But you said all this. How can I not say something? Like, what? This is stupid. Okay. Surely you have instructed many, and you have strengthened weak hands. So you're a good God guy. Your words have upheld him who was stumbling, and you have strengthened the feeble knees. So you're really awesome, dude. But now it comes on you, and you're crying like a bitch. I think I understand this now. But he's like, now it happens to you and you're crying like a bitch. It touches you. And you just become troubled like you don't know how to strengthen yourself. Is not your reverence, your confidence, like, you're fucking awesome. Like, you know that. Why are you acting like this? And the integrity of your ways, your hope. Like, you preach all this shit, dude, and you're not gonna act it out. That's crazy. Remember now, whoever perished being innocent. Only evil people die. And you're over here talking about evil people living forever. No. Evil people die and stuff. Or where were the upright ever cut off all the time? Even as I have seen those who plow iniquity and sow trouble reap the same. By the blessed of God they perish, and by the breath of his anger they are consumed. The roaring of the lion, the voice of the fierce lion. Okay. This is the part I don't get. Whoever perished being innocent. I was just making up what I said. Because I really don't understand any of this, right? Remember now, whoever perished being innocent. Or where were the upright ever cut off? Even as I have seen those who plow iniquity and sow trouble reap the same. By a blast of God they perish, and by the breath of his anger they are consumed. The roaring of the lion, the voice of the fierce lion, the teeth of young lions are broken. The lion perishes for a lack of prey, and the cute cubs of the lioness are scattered. So, what is he saying? Is he saying, well, obviously you've done something because God's unleashing his Tommy gun of fury on you. You must have done something real bad. Now, a word was secretly brought to me, and my ear received whisper of it, and disquieting thoughts from the vision of the night when a deep sleep falls on men. Fear came upon me, and trembling, which made my bones shake. Then a spirit passed before my face. The hair on my body stood up. It stood still, but I could not discern its appearance. Okay, hold on. I could not discern. A form was before my eyes. There was silence. Then I heard a voice saying, can a mortal be more righteous than God? Can a man be more pure than his Maker? He puts no trust in his servants. If he charges his angels with error, how much more those who dwell in houses of clay, whose foundation is in the dust, who are crushed before a moth. They are broken in pieces from morning till evening. They perish forever. No one regarding does their own excellence go away. They die without wisdom. Okay, so then chapter 5, it continues with chapter 5. Oh my God, this guy talks so fucking much. Okay. So, chapter 5. Call out now. Is there anyone who will answer you? And to which of the holy ones will you turn? For wrath kills a foolish man, and envy slays a simple one. I have seen the foolish taking root, but suddenly I cursed his dwelling place. His sons are far from safety. They are crushed in the gate, and there is no deliverer, because the hungry eat up his harvest, taking it even from the thorns, and the snare snatches their substance. For affliction does not come from the dust, nor does trouble spring from the ground. Yet a man is born to trouble as the sparks fly upward. But as for me, I would seek God, and to God I would commit my cause. Who does create great things and unsearchable, marvelous things without number? He gives grain on the earth and seed. Oh my God. Yeah, he does. God, I love you. But you do all kinds of great things. And you know that. And I don't want to read all this. So, God does all sorts of great things. But he saves the needy from the sword, from the mouth of the mighty, and from their hand. So the poor have hope, and injustice shuts her mouth. And behold, Happy is the man whom God corrects. Therefore, do not despise the chastening of the Almighty. Okay, so this one is giving him, like, yeah, don't shit on God. For he bruises, but he builds up. He wounds, but his hands make whole. He shall deliver you in 6 troubles. Yes, in 7 no evil shall touch you. In famine he shall redeem you from death, and in war from the power of the sword. You shall be hidden from the scourge of the tongue, that you shall not be afraid of the destruction when it comes. You shall laugh at destruction and famine, and you shall not be afraid of the beasts of the earth. For you shall have a covenant with the stones of the field, and besides the beasts of the field shall be at peace with you. You shall know that your tent is in peace. You shall visit your dwelling and find nothing amiss. You shall also know that your descendants shall be many, and your offspring like the grass of the earth. God literally, Satan just literally killed all of his kids, dude. And you will come to the grave at a full age, as a sheaf of grain opens in its season. Behold, we have searched out. It is true. Hear it and know it for yourself. So is he being sarcastic? Like, is it? And said, or is he just saying, like, God is testing you? Just trust in him. Or maybe he's being a smartass, like, God is testing you. Maybe you should remember all the things, but, like, which God are you really picking? Something like that. I don't know. What do you think, cousin? Like, do you think this guy's being a smartass? Because he does ask him in the beginning, like, which God are you picking? Like, you do all this good stuff for all these other people, but it happens to you and you cry like a bitch. But isn't this the stuff you say to other people? So why wouldn't it apply to yourself? Like, here's all the stuff you said to all these other people. Take your own advice, buddy. Something like that. And how much shit do you think these dudes were talking before they rolled up? Yeah. Well, I don't know Hold on. Let me send this message real quick. Read the beginning of Job, where God and Satan make the bet. God has faith in Job. And I guess if we were to take a lesson from that, it would be God has faith in those who have faith in him. What do you think? Question mark. But what do y'all think about that? Man, maybe I don't. Maybe I need to do this stuff earlier or later. I don't know. But there's so many people that are live right now, especially on Pill. So there's people other places. And everybody forgets about my show. It kind of makes me sad. I'm going to get all butt sore. Okay. Okay. So. So then Job, this is Job's response. So maybe by his response we can tell in what manner this other guy was talking. So let's find out. And Job was like, oh, that my grief were fully weighed and my calamity laid with it on the scales, for it would be heavier than the sand of the sea. Therefore my words have been rash. What? Hold on. Oh, that my grief were fully weighed, and my calamity laid with it on the scales. Then it would be heavier than the sand of the sea. Oh, his grief and calamity weigh a lot. Okay. Therefore, my words have been rash. So I was just talking shit. For the arrows of the Almighty are within me. My spirit drinks their poison. The terrors of God are arrayed against me. Does the wild donkey bray when it has grass? Or does the ox low over its fodder? Can flavorless food be eaten without salt? Or is there any taste in the white of an egg? No, but for some reason it's really good though. Like, really, I don't even know. I like the show. I'm just cleaning. Okay. My soul refuses to touch them. They are loathsome food to me. Well, that sucks for you. I'll eat all the eggs. Oh, that I might have my request, that God would grant me the thing that I long for, that it would please God to crush me. Oh, that he would loose his hand and cut me off. Then I would have comfort, though in anguish I would exult. He will not spare, for I have not concealed the words of the Holy One. What strength do I have that I should hope? That is my end, that I should prolong my life. Is my strength the strength of stones, or is my flesh bronze? Is my hope not within me, and my success driven from me? See, I feel like this right now is kind of cursing God a little bit. Like, can I really handle this? Like, just kill me already, man. Like, my flesh is not bronze. This is painful. Well, I guess not. I guess it would just be like, look, this cat bit my thumb earlier, stuck my thumb all the way through its mouth and bit through my thumb. And it hurts so bad. Oh, it's terrible. It hurts so bad. She ate my whole fucking thumb. Sure did. Yup. Ate my whole fucking thumb. And it's like, God, why does that hurt? I guess that would be the same kind of thing he's doing right now. I was looking for my coffee. Okay. To him who is afflicted, kindness should be shown by his friend, even though he forsakes the fear of the Almighty. My brothers have dealt deceitfully like a brook, like the streams of the brooks that pass away, which are dark because of the ice, and into which the snow vanishes. And when it is warm, they cease to flow. When it is high, they vanish from their place. The paths of their way turn aside. They go nowhere and perish. The caravans of Tema, look, the travelers of Sheba, there. It's not a made-up place. The travelers of Shiva hope for them. They are disappointed because they were confident. They come there and are confused, for now you are nothing. You see terror and are afraid. Did I ever say, bring something to me? Offer a bribe for me from your wealth, or deliver me from my enemy's hand. Redeem me from the hand of my oppressors. Did I? I never asked y'all for any of that shit. Listen, I ain't even saying nothing. Oh, we forgot to pray for Trump at 11:11. So God, please save America and please save Trump. Teach me, and I will hold my tongue. Cause me to understand where I have erred. How forceful are right words, but what does your arguing prove? Why are you talking shit to me? Let me suffer in peace. Why are you talking shit? Do you intend to rebuke my words and the speeches of a desperate one, which are as wind? Yes, you overwhelm the fatherless and you undermine your friend. Because you do. You guys are assholes like that. Now, be pleased to look at me, for I would never lie to your face. Stop now. Let there be no injustice. Yes, concede my righteousness still stands. Where? Oh, is there injustice on my tongue? Cannot my taste discern the unsavory? All right, and then chapter 7. How many minutes are we at? Oh my God, 1 hour and 6 minutes. Holy crap. That's a lot. Okay. So, is there not a time of hard service for the man on earth? Are not his days also like the days of a hired man? Like a servant who earnestly desires the shade, like a hired man who eagerly looks for his wages. So I have been allotted months of fertility, and wearisome nights have been appointed to me. When I lie down, I say, when am I going to wake up? Is the night ended? For I have had my fill of tossing till dawn. My flesh is caked with worms and dust. My skin is cracked and breaks out afresh. Don't know what that means. My days are swifter than a weaver's shuttle and are spent without hope. Oh, remember that my life is just a breath. My eye will never again see good. The eye of him who sees me will see me no more. While your eyes are upon me, I shall no longer be. As the cloud disappears and vanishes away, he who goes down to the grave does not come up. He shall never return to his house, nor shall his place know him any more. So sad. Therefore, I will not restrain my mouth. I will speak in the anguish of my spirit. I will complain. I am a sea. Am I a sea or sea serpent that you're guarding me? When I say my bed will comfort me, my couch will ease my complaint. Then you scare me with dreams and terrify me with visions, so that my soul chooses strangling and death rather than my body. I loathe my life. I would not live forever. Let me alone, for my days are but a breath. What is man that you should exalt him, that you should set your heart on him, that you should visit him every morning and test him every moment? How long will you not look away from me and let me alone until I swallow my saliva? Have I sinned? What have I done to you, O watcher of men? Why have you set me as your target? So that I am a burden to myself. God, why don't you pardon my transgression? Take away my iniquity. For now I shall lie down in the dust, and you will seek me diligently, but I will no longer be. Oh, that's a Jesus thing. Man, that's a Jesus thing. Jesus said that. That's clever. Okay, so we are going to end right there. I thought people would show up, but I guess not. But that's okay. Um, um, bum, 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 bum. Okay. Okay. Mm, okay. Yeah. Is she ending? Um, ending. Okay. I'm trying to see where to drop everybody off. Okay. We'll go to Umazon's because I think he's watching 007. Okay. All right. Yep. It's time to give the pillows some head and the sheets some ass and have the a post-coital cigarette, smoke a bowl, and then have the sweetest dreams ever. Love you so much. Yeah, love you